Okay, so this is when we make our biomass. We've had all kinds of problems with this, but I want to make sure that before I throw that in there. So look at this furnace. There's a tiny bit of oxygen in there, a tiny bit of nitrogen, tiny bit of CO2. There's no volatiles in there. We're throwing in 30 of that. We should be getting 30 biomass out, or 30 charcoal out rather. And there should be volatiles in there. There are not. There's no volatiles at all from that. So, you know, is that on me? Is that on them? Put that in there and we'll at least get the reagent mix for the steel. But we'll have to wait till tomorrow during the day when we have all that extra power, because we're at, well, it is exhausted right now, but I mean, that's to be expected. It's actually too cold in there right now. Wait, what? What's with the temperature? It just went up like 90 degrees. It's still so cold compared to the outside here. I am going to go ahead and pull this out, which I should have done. I should have done that earlier. So we're only heating up this part and what's in there. We're not heating up all that extra gas there. It means I can't just look directly back here to see how much is in it, but we're plenty high enough. I'm going to drain out this pipe. That shouldn't have affected that any, except that now there's no, it's not being cooled from the outside. I might have to switch this to actual walls instead of windows. The windows, I don't think actually have insulating properties now that I'm thinking about it. This one on the front will stay just because, well, actually, I don't know. But I'll do that when it's at the heat of the day here so we don't lose much. We're actually not going to lose much anything right now anyway. I'm going to leave this side here a window so I can get to that. Well, actually, I could just control it with this here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. We'll, screw it. We'll just do all of these. We should definitely have the power to brute force this now anyway. I wanted to open this thing up. be able to get... Yeah, I'm going to go back to a window on the front there.
Power low.
If I do that... Oh, wait, no, it does stick through enough. Actually sticks back a little bit better than the window because the frame's a little bit taller. Okay. We'll, you know, we'll leave it like that and see if that does it a little bit better. I'm gonna... Did I have... Yeah, I don't have any more big batteries on me, so I'll leave that as is. Go inside here and yeah, we'll see if that overpressures and explodes. I can get stuff ready to do my. I don't know if I mentioned that, and I don't know if it works exactly like I think it does, because you know nothing in here ever does. But it's a safety I like to put on when I do pressure rooms like that, yeah, the heat rooms like that, and you know it would give me peace of mind, even if it's not the best solution to it. Get that steel going, I'll get another chip and put one in here so I don't have to watch this thing. I can just keep a second tank in there at all times. Leave this on, it'll just go to idle and not burn any power or any significant power. How did the pressure get up so high in here? It's 38, but it's... That's set at 54.
Oxygen low.
Ooh, buddy. Huh. I wonder if I could start... Do I have room for that? If I could do it right here. Put it right in the middle of my... Let's see. Portable scrubber. Good old sucker. That is plentiful. I guess that should have been the first thing I checked with my oxygen was out of whack. I'll just increase this to 56. Well, probably should just go ahead and take it up to 60. Should cool the room down a bit. Go ahead and suit up.
Power low. Oxygen critical.
Let's suit up. I'm going to set up a connector here. So just in the airlock, I can use this scrubber to, you know, I'll maybe fill up a we'll see. Might fill up just canisters of CO2 for now, or we'll have to see. That's all done. I ought to go back out here and see how hot that's getting. And my stink light came on again. Okay, 564. Okay, so that is on. That is on. How? See what that pressure's at? How am I getting that much pressure in there? Okay, I'm gonna purge this whole thing again, which means I gotta do the pipes. I don't want to leave this connected. Yeah, if I had a one-way valve in here, I could just leave it connected, but I can't get a one-way valve in there. Just purge this whole thing out again. Get in there, you know, at least got the heat of the day here. Made this box so it would keep that all inside of it. That's sitting on there. Back over here, flip that on. Okay. Starting off better. I think it makes sense to go ahead, pull out these. So this is my steel right here. It's 160. I don't need to have that much in there. I can do $50 steel will get me what I need. I probably should have just even cut that down further and just done, because I was talking about that before, like 34 was my key number, I think. 21 for the battery, including the steel sheets. Then I wanted the IC housing and chip, and then the grow light. That's like 4, 4, and 5. So that's 9 onto the 21. No. Maybe I have those numbers wrong there, but it was, I'm pretty sure 34 was the number I was looking at. We'll see. trying to see where the data port is on the furnace because I don't even know where it's at on this, on the basic furnace. I think I need the good stuff to do the advanced. Yeah, I'll need Constantine to do the mod, and then what do I need to make it? Electric slide. So I've got everything to make it there, except for the steel I don't have yet. That'll come. I'll have extra so I could do that. The thing about the advanced furnace is it does have that built-in input and output pump, so I can regulate that pressure a lot better. Have a hot tank with it, and I can kind of get rid of this setup here. I don't know if it has, I can't remember if it has any other advantages really, but dialing in for the other stuff when I don't have a good way of doing stuff here would help. You know, obviously it's going to be a chore to manually heat this stuff up for as long as I have to go that route. Okay, I just want to see what temperature this stops at tonight, and then when this battery drains, and then we can see what it's at in the morning when we come back out here to see how. Okay, so that is completely dead right now. That is 696. 696. We'll see. Actually, is that, yeah, it's not convecting much. It's already at 695 though. We'll see how low that drops. Hopefully it doesn't go below 600, and then we'll figure out from there. I want to see. Oh no, I left this going. Speaking of the regulators costing 100 watts. Okay, that's empty. Man. I've got to figure out how to start, well, there's a cooling solution that I've worked out and creative in this world that, you know, it's extremely effective, extremely efficient, but I've got to have steel to do it, and I need a fair amount of steel because there's a lot of insulated pipes, a lot of there's 4 phase change devices, and then some heat exchangers. So if I can get that going, I may not even use that yet. Then it's nice, especially when I'm only cooling down 4 cubes in there. That's a very small amount, and the capacity on this thing, I don't know if I mentioned it in another one, but when I tested it, it cooled down this room from, you know, like 40 degrees to negative 60 degrees in about 20 seconds using just insulated pipe across the ceiling here with there was one, you know, small pipe radiator in each cube, and it just instantly froze that room. It was pretty spectacular. I was happy with it. The problem is I have to use water in it, so that's the challenge of it. And because I don't have an infinite amount of water here. So, yeah. You make a couple more of those. Why do you still say I'm dirty? Oh, I can't put that there. Switch to the backpacks, and I can put it in the backpack. There we go. Now naked. Clean me up. This is one of the things I did in a different recording attempt that I ended up not being able to use. So I'm going to put the next circuit housing there for the grow lights. And I can't remember exactly how the grow lights are wired, so I'll have to, probably wait to put this in. Yeah. Oh, it's apparently light outside since it's light inside now. But yeah. And the stink thing went away, so put my clothes back on, get back outside. We want to see what that was at 696.
Oxygen critical.
696, and now I don't know how long it's been. Yeah. It may not even have any sun yet. Yeah, it's not even charging yet. So 696, and it went. What? How did it go up when it's? Whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna. Okay, now it's getting. See. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. It must have been getting, getting the solar. And just didn't have the power to actually do charge. I don't know. It's all. It is what it is. Yeah, maybe I'll have to cut these into several episodes here just to. As the day progresses, this thing's going to get hotter. By nighttime, it should be hot enough. I need to get to 900 Kelvin, so. Guess I'll have to do some mining, maybe. Could always do more mining. Except I really don't need that on. I need. Just leave this belt here and then swap my backpacks. Let's go get some nickel. I've been avoiding it, but I'm gonna need 2 stacks of this will be enough. still have this on. Yeah, if I can get 100 nickel, that's going to work for all the Constantine and Invar I'll need. I don't need a bunch of it. I'm not doing anything crazy. I mean, I probably will make I'll make the tool kits, I'll make the printer upgrades, you know, the big drill. But I'm not going to do really anything that's too expensive with the N-bar. I'll probably do the upgraded basic solar panels, so I don't have to go out and fix them after a storm. Those do cost N-bar, but even then, I don't think they cost that much, if I remember right. Just a little bit more. There we go, that'll be enough. No, don't. And that's just going to be, one goes with copper and one goes with iron. That's as simple as those are. Those are more in the making of them. And then honestly, well, actually, yeah, we'll definitely only need one batch each because, I mean, you definitely heard me say that I need water for my cooling solution. So to get to that cooling solution, I very well could need more water. Now, more water without the ability to really make volatiles here, because the only way is through the plants and then doing the composting. I mean, that should be a safe, guaranteed way to do it. Thing is, that also costs water to do it. So I've got to do things right there, or I'm just going to spend water to make, water. The plants consume the water, the composting consumes it. It's all a thing. So I want to make sure I do that right, so I'm efficient with it. Or, since I'm going to have steel on lockdown here shortly, once I get my switchgrass going, I'll be able to have all the charcoal, and then the only problem is going to be heating and keeping the furnace heated. That shouldn't be a problem, too much longer, especially once I have a battery. Maybe I'll put up a special battery just for it, and with that, I'll pretty much just be able to do electric heating if I want to. But I should be able to have everything insulated, which will make everything a lot more efficient. Then I won't be losing any of the temperature, and then I can do a hot tank at that point too. Then at that point as well, so I can do a hot tank, and if I get overpressure, I just kick it into there. If I do get volatiles, I just kick the volatiles into that hot tank, and they'll combust with any NOS or oxygen in there and raise that temperature up even higher. And then, it'll be a whole process thing that'll work out, well enough that, it'll just go. So, that furnace won't be a problem. So anyway, I'll have steel going like crazy. So I'm going to do I'm not going to go any bigger than a 5x5 landing pad. And I will get the traders involved. Ooh, that's getting up there. Battery's full. It's getting there. Sun's there. By tonight, I should have steel. Yeah. So that's gonna be awesome. I'll probably expand out on this side to do the cooling. I was just thinking the phase change stuff will all be situated on this side, so it'll probably come out. Oh, probably 4 frames this way, and I'll just run all the equipment down the center 2 lanes back to back, so I can have a. It'll be somewhat compact, but I want to make the. Well, I want to see if I can get away with using as little water as possible. So I want to try to put the condensation chamber and expansion chamber right next to each other. I mean, like 1 pipe length apart. Problem is, each of those pipes can hold 20 liters of water. I don't want to have to go too much water in there. I'd like to be able to get that going before, you know, the trader gets involved. But if not, whatever. But the trader I'll probably give like, at least 2, maybe 3 spots space gap here. You know, it'll be frames, but before I start the whole landing pad here for it. And in those 3 spots, I might expand this room out, because that room's going to get fairly small. Even if I think I'm just going to leave this workshop as vacuum. I think that'll be good, but I think I may need more gardening. So at least expanding out 1 more row here would let me get a ton more crops in there. If I need to, we'll see. I may not even need to do that. I might be able to get by with just those 9 grow plots I plan on having. That I'm not sure on. I'll just have to see. It's going to be a matter of playing around. But then I'll do. I still got to figure out where I'm going to put all my tanks for filtering and separating my gases and whatnot. Because I definitely want 1 for CO2, 1 for oxygen, 1 for nitrogen, 1 for volatiles. I don't know. Yeah. Don't know if I'll capture the NOS or not, or if I just bleed it off. But, you know, anyway, that's at least 4 tanks for the separated gases. And then, you know, I'll want 1 tank that's just a hot tank for the furnace. And then I'll want 1 that is just like an unfiltered. So, like where I have the portable canister in here, I'll just want to kick that to my ready to filter tank, which I think I'll pre-drip out the pollutants before I fill that. I'll set up something to automate that. Oh, I've got steel. All right. Talking away and I've got steel. I've got steel. Okay. Shut it down. We don't need that heated up anymore. But I mean, since it is heated. Well, anything we heat in there is going to lose. We'll lose those gases. So let's keep. Yeah, I want to capture gases, so I'm gonna keep using the arc furnace at this point to, yeah. 20 in there. Battery kit. 50 in here. 50 in here. Steel sheets. 1, 2. Okay, and then I wanted. Oh, I'm gonna have to put more in there for the grow light.
Hunger caution.
Do you want to grab some? Let's just go. I'll go ahead and put some on that. Just gonna go with like, I don't know. Go ahead and get 20 of those going. Now these do actually cause, they cause you to lose a half a unit of iron. I think that's all it is, because, well, no, the steel pipes cost 1 gram of steel, 1 gram of silicon. I think. I don't know. These aren't the most efficient thing, but so like, yeah, the insulated pipe, it takes 1 gram of steel, 1 of silicone. So the adhesive I was just doing, it uses half the steel, but your iron pipe already cost half a gram of iron. So it's more expensive. I think one steel ends up being, what? I mean, it's significantly less than. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot on the other side. I'll fix that. Not going to turn that on yet. Already moved that stuff all into place. That charger isn't really important. I just put that there thinking, I have it, I might as well use it. Okay, so that's all hooked up to there. I need to break this connection here as to not short it out. Turn this off so it's that's disconnected, but it's night, so okay. Make sure I still have power there. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. And I need to connect from that side. I'm not that hungry. Three-way junction. Okay, that's going to be replaced with that going that way and that going that way. So it's three-way corner. Okay, my battery is all hooked up. It is on. Get some glass in here. Boom. Okay. Tomorrow, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Whew. Man, it's been a journey here, hasn't it? I'm going to really don't need to insulate any of this stuff. Yeah, not going to insulate any of that stuff. Could insulate this here. I'm in vacuum though. Like, I'll do that if I ever pressurize this. Until then, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to hop out here. It is still over 900. It made it all night. It is off. Nice. It hasn't lost anything. Upgrade that to insulated. Upgrade that to insulated. Those can stay uninsulated really inside here because that furnace is going to lose more heat than the actual, pipes are. And there's nothing I can do to insulate the furnace besides what I've done there in that box. Okay. We're good there. We're so good. Okay, grow light and chip. I'm gonna do this here. Let's get that turned on. Let's kick the steel out of here because we really don't need to be doing any structure stuff for steel yet. I want grow light. Let's save this. So I'm not. Okay, I have a grow light now. I want one housing.
Hunger critical.
Just let me get a housing and a chip. I know the chip's going to take longer than the housing.
Air tank low.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't have any gold ready for it. Oh no.
Hydration critical.
I thought I just mined some gold. All I just mined was... Huh, yep, I guess so. Done with you mushrooms. Stick those there. Actually, I was just going to check these anyway. There we go. Stick the scrubber back here. I'm not going to use it in here. I decided against it. Get a drink going. Eat some granola bar here. Okay, get this grow light. That'll work. Housing in place. Oh, I left the label out there, didn't I? Can I reach it? Can I reach it? No, I'm not going to risk that. If I dump all that, all this air into that room, I mean, I won't lose any plants now because I don't have any planted, but it would be inconvenient if I need to name these housings.
Air tank low. Oxygen critical.
Because that one's all my custom
Oxygen low.
code. I'll be, you know, adding more onto it later on. Should be able to fit most of the base control on there. Like the heating and cooling will be on there. That arc furnace will still be on there. We'll see. Okay. In fact, if I just go ahead and, you know what, I think I will go ahead and, you know, print out 6 more of those. And I'll just get that, I'll just get those going. It's good enough.
Oxygen critical.
I need to get that, all that CO2 converted over. Problem is that's all going to cause more heat in there, but get that thing out of the way. If any of you have tried the Hard Planet, that's just what it's called on a Steam Workshop, but they start you off and all you have is that pick, and it's funny. I mean, it is difficult. I played around with I was on the beta branch, so I was playing around with the starting kit because it didn't work there properly. So I was having fun with it, but whew, it is difficult. That's why I was thinking that might be the next Now let's do one more. The next one of these I try to do. We'll see. It's weird because it almost forces you into one particular way to play it. I'm usually not a fan of that type of restrictions. I like to, not have to take, this stack of ice that they included in your custom starting kit and use that for your oxygen, and then have specific ones for running your furnace and whatnot, because there's no ice on that one, so I think, is that right? Hard planet. Yeah, I don't think there's any ice at all on the hard planet, if I remember right. But I know I played several, of the challenging planets when I came across this one. Couldn't find anything on it, so I decided to, record it, see how it went. This is a pretty interesting one with basically the temperature was the thing that I was most curious with. The no coal, I obviously didn't know how it worked, and I thought I did. So, oh, I didn't get need gold. Go and dump these in there. They should stay fine. I'll go ahead and pop them out and put them at that normal spot I like. Okay. I'm gonna go do some mining here. And then I'll come back in and do come back in, put those grow plots down, get the chips are the main thing. I want to have those 2 chips, so I've got to do what, 20 gold for the 2 of them, or combined for the 2 of them. So I'll go ahead and get a stack or 2 of gold, since I'm always needing gold. Oh, I remember what I did. I did go mining specifically for gold not long ago. That was actually part that I had cut. I did a whole bunch of heavy cable, and that's how I wired up that, the furnace heater. So I mined a bunch of gold, and then I used it. Just want gold. I don't want to have to dig for it. But yeah, when I get the trading set up, once I do that, I won't have to buy any. Well, I won't have to really do much with alloys again. That's why I've done several playthroughs that I refuse to use the traders no matter what. Just to force myself to not take that shortcut out, because like on Vulcan, it's very easy to get steel on like the first couple days, and then when you have steel going on the first couple days, you already by default you get the trader stuff. So you get steel going, you can expand that to the bigger traders. You get the bigger traders, you can get the better alloys. Now I think you have to have, well, it depends on the world settings actually. So I don't know exactly what it was in default, but I think you have to have the 5x5 or bigger to get the good alloys. But even the 3x3 ones you can buy steel from, if I remember right. The steel electrum, maybe that's what it is. Steel electrum and solder are all available at the 3x3 maybe. And then the 5x5 gives you the Invar and Constantine, and then the high-end ones are in the 7x7. And so, you know, it's, if you crank out enough steel, 7x7, that's 49, 49 frames, 49 landing pads. And you already start with 9, at least 9 for each. You're not using a ton of steel there. When you figure you can turn out 200 steel like nothing, oh, it is a storm again. Get inside here and bunker down. Some of the steel smelting. All right, we got half a battery today. We'll get more tomorrow. Just gonna load this thing up, man. Yeah. Punch that on. Oh no. I need to move that battery charger. Yeah, I can do that now. It's not like I'm gonna lose power here anyway. There's none generating. Okay, it is night. I'm gonna switch backpacks over. I can still keep this one open over here. Okay, I want it to be on. I'm just gonna have to move it. That's actually a real nice spot for it, I think. Yeah. It's always nice to have batteries available in the airlock. So pull all these out. Should never have, now that I've got the big battery, and should have sufficient solar power going on out there. I shouldn't need to worry about and stuff. That tiny ass thing. Now that I got that going, I'll be able to, yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. I've got enough of these bits to piece together, I think, and then, and it's going to be long. I mean, this, oh boy, this recording on its own has been, the segment has been an hour. So I've got an hour here, and I've got several more. It's going to be a long episode. I'll cut it down into multiples. And then I think I'm just going to, don't want to stop. Yeah, I'm going to stop for tonight. And then I'll, next time I'll get those 2 chips made. And then I'll spend a lot of time in that room back there. Just as soon as this gold's done and I print out 2 chips. So, yep.